Hey everybody, happy Friday. If you're listening to this live as it debuts, as always, thank you so much for supporting the show, the Cabral concept, and really our global-based health community where we are trying to start a movement of helping people to take control of their own health. No longer do we live in a time where you can basically ask your PCP or medical doctor, hey, what do you think I should do for this, that, or the other thing? Because their knowledge base, what they're taught in school is strictly you come in and get diagnosed with X disease and you are given Y-based pharmaceutical. And again, in acute-based circumstances, I do not have an issue with life-saving based drugs, nor should anyone. However, really what we want to be talking about is what can we do to become healthier human beings? And then how can we teach that to future generations and also our communities, our families as well? So that's really what this is all about. The Friday Review is really a fun show for me, and I think our community has enjoyed it as well because we get to talk about a half a dozen to a dozen or so different topics where typically the daily show is answering one particular topic, going deep enough so that you truly understand it, and then you're able to take action on it. I will never be someone that says the sky is falling, oh, there's this happening, there's that happening, without being able to say, sure, that may be happening, this might be happening inside of your body, but there's always an answer. There's always something you can do in order to take back control of your health, and we just help you do that. So that's always the goal. And of course, coming up on the weekends, we answer your questions. All right, so let's dive into today's show. We're going to get to two research studies here today. We have a product review today as well that I just want to make sure that you know of because it is very timely. And we'll be going over first our updates and what's going on inside of Equal Life because very, very soon, very, very shortly, you will see the brand new Equal Life app debut. This is going to be something I hope unlike anything you've ever seen before. And so what I wanted to do is just say, we talk a lot about health. We talk a lot about wellness. We talk a lot about weight. We talk a lot about anti-aging, all the things that we know are going to absolutely, without a doubt, get you healthy, allow you to have more energy. You'll be in a better mood. You'll be happier overall. You're going to live longer. Like that is our goal. But we're saying, how can we make it simpler and easier to follow? And that's what the app's going to all be about. So stay tuned. I will debut this very, very soon. I don't have the date because it's being used right now in beta. When everything looks good, you're going to get V1 of that app. I will share that with you. So make sure that you're staying tuned. All right. So that's coming soon. Today, this show is going out to you live on, what's today's date that it's going out to you live on? I believe it's April 29th. April 29th, this show is coming to you. And, one thing that I wanted to share with you, and I kind of debated going back and forth, should I share this or not? My Instagram account got banned about 2 months or so after the, lockdowns and pandemic started. I was sharing with you true science. I was sharing with you what masks work, what masks don't work, right? Like as a public service announcement, like please don't believe that gaiters, meaning like the things you pull up over your nose, bandanas or cloth masks work. They don't. And I'm not saying that I'm anti-mask. Like that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is if your grandmother or you really needs to protect yourself and they can't get it, well, you really need to wear an N95 and it has to be tight fitting and you can't take it off. Like even to eat some food like that, you're going to leave yourself susceptible. Sitting down versus standing up does not mean that you all of a sudden become safe from breathing any viral particles. Like that's not how it works. And I was just sharing real science and my Instagram account got what they call shadow banned. And that just happened last week again. I shared what I thought was a fairly benign post that said Bill Gates has become the largest farmland owner in the United States. And I just said, what do you think that he's going to do with over 300,000 acres of the United States farming? That's it. I just put it out there. And then our videos, our posts went from getting thousands of likes to 68, 55. I'm looking at it right now. We have comments of well over 156 on just one post, by the way. And this people with like millions of followers might get 156 comments. We had that on one post, and we on that post, we only had like, I don't know, 800 different likes, which, by the way, the ratio is radically off for anybody who kind of knows the inside workings of social media. So all this to say, I don't know if and when they will let me off this shadow ban. It took more than 6 months last time. But hey, whether they do or they don't, it is what it is. Honestly, I'm just not going to. Here's what they like to do. And this is unfortunate. What happens is they do this to like someone like me or other people. And my goal of using social media is to get out the work that we do. Like, that's the thing. It's like, I want to teach, but they do this and then they say, hey, we're not going to say anything. We're not going to let you know. We're not showing your account to anybody, basically anybody. So that's a form of self-censorship, because now if I don't want to get shadow banned again in the future, if they ever let me off, I have to be careful what I say, right? But they didn't say I have to be careful what I say. They just don't show me to anybody else. Anyway, it's very unfortunate. I really hope that one day there's a social media system. I mean, this is crazy. I'm looking at my account right now. I post a video. It's anywhere from like the low end will typically be like 2,500 views, like on the low end. And usually it's somewhere around like 6,000, 7,000. And this one's at 289 views. Like, it's so crazy. Anyway, if you want to actually see what I post on social media, you'll have to go directly to my account. My account is Stephen Cabral, and that is Stephen with the PH. So just wanted to share that with you. You probably won't see me show up in your Instagram feed anytime soon, but on YouTube and Instagram, hopefully you can search me out. And if you subscribe, if you follow, well, you've got a little better chance that I might actually show up. So anyway, that is that with that. Let's get right into the show. So I'm going to go over our herb of the week. And I was really excited because I took off a couple weeks from doing the herb of the week. And it's not because I wanted to, it's just we had so many other product reviews and so many things debuting that people said, oh, they left YouTube comments, they left Instagram comments, don't leave out the herb of the week. They're enjoying it. Great. I'm happy to hear that you are. I'm going to give you all my takeaways for the show, all the links, all the research links at stephencabral.com/2275. If you want to go there today, you'll be able to see all of those things. So herb of the week is camphor this week. All right. So I actually talked about camphor back in the day. I looked it up about 240 episodes ago. And I talked about it in terms of how it's actually beneficial for skin and toenail fungus. So believe it or not, there's really good studies on that. But I wanted to bring camphor to you from a little bit different aspect. So we didn't use it really for skin-based ailments or let's say fungal-based ailments in that way when I was overseas. I first learned about camphor, I think my first internship was 2009 over in Sri Lanka. And I spent quite some time there at an Ayurvedic clinic. It's quite a large one where people go from anywhere from a week to 6 weeks, sometimes more, to go through Panchakarma and various Ayurvedic detox protocols, etc. And so I was an intern there. And so one of the things that I did was actually help to make a lot of what they call the herbal decoctions. And so I first learned about camphor there because we used it. And again, I have to give you my disclaimer. I'm not providing you with any medical advice or medical treatment plans or medical cures or medical diagnosis. But we used it with people with arthritis and a lot of times rheumatoid arthritis. And I saw before my eyes, they experienced dramatic relief. And it's very interesting because when you look at the properties of camphor, yes, it can work on skin irritation and itchiness and those fungal-based issues as well. But it has a long-standing history of being used for inflammatory-based issues, pain-based issues, bacterial issues, and as we said, fungal-based issues. And there's a good amount of science to support all of this. So it's been used for thousands and thousands of years in Ayurvedic-based medicine. It is a terpene, and it's basically a compound it's essentially used in a steam distillation, but it comes from camphor trees. So it's all natural. And it's typically always externally applied, all right? So the way that I've always used it is for joint pain, muscle stiffness, skin irritations, fungal-based growths on the skin. And again, I've used it with great results. The other one time or so I would also use it is with respiratory congestion. Again, not medical advice, but you can use it, especially if the product contains menthol as well with that camphor on the chest and back areas. So this is the thoracic. If you're watching this on video, the thoracic part of your body is essentially from the neck right here down to about your stomach. That's the thoracic spine, and you can apply it the front and back. It can actually help quite a bit with respiratory congestion. So great for blood flow, great for helping balance healthy levels of inflammation in the body, and I'm a big fan. So the way that we use it is actually in our CBD Pain Relief Balm. You can find it in many different balms. I just want to make sure that you're not using it straight. Camphor oil is always diluted. In Ayurveda, we mix camphor oil with sesame oil. But I'm a huge advocate of actually using menthol with it because menthol helps with the respiratory issues, open up the nasal passages. Again, you just apply it on your chest, but also it brings more blood flow to the area. So that's why I like to use it with arthritis-based wellness clients as well. So our product that we use it with is called CBD Pain Relief Balm. I mean, tremendous reviews in that product. One day we'll be able to get the CBD products on Equilife. We're hoping within 90 days, but we actually don't know if that's ever going to be possible, but hopefully, because CBD is now legal at a federal-based level. But right now you can find those products at equilibriumcbd.com. But the only reason why I wanted to mention that today, and that's going to be kind of our product review of the day, and I'm not going to talk that much about it, is because it's free. Like literally, we're giving this product away for free. So because I don't want you to think that I'm selling you anything, because you can find camphor, which is an amazing herb, in other products. But I always want you to know, hey, if you want a third-party tested product with great synergists like menthol, and in this case, cannabinoids, organic cannabinoids, you can find it. So again, this has camphor at 11% and menthol at 16%. And then it has those cannabinoids. It also has eucalyptus oil, so tea tree oil, peppermint oil, and jojoba oil, coconut oil. This is a really nice product. I formulated this myself, and you can use it when going into a sauna, a steam. It helps open up the nasal passages. I like to rub it on my calves and feet at night, especially if I've done a good amount of cardio that day. So big fan. Again, it's called Equilibrium CBD Pain Relief Balm. It's literally completely free right now. We'll qualifying orders over at stephencabral.com/shop. That's the forwarding link. But again, just keep in mind, camphor in general, amazing product that literally does not get enough press at all. All right, just realizing right now, I did not give you a podcast recap for the week. So if you missed any of last week's shows, give you a quick recap. On Monday, we went through, are you breaking any of the 7 universal laws of success and happiness? Hopefully you are not breaking any one of those, but most of us, including myself, do. Check that out. That was episode 2271. Then we went over pesticides versus herbicides and the brand new 2022 Clean 15 and Dirty Dozen list. You don't want to miss that one. That was episode 2272. Again, all these shows are at stephencabral.com/podcasts. On Wednesday's show, we went over organic versus grass-fed beef. Which one's better? And then we went over the upper limit yesterday of daily protein consumption. All these shows basically were by listener demand. People like, hey, can you go over this? Can you do this? Always happy to. So again, feel free to list your topics and believe me, they will be covered. All right, we're going to finish today with our 2 research studies. And this one, this is actually just coincidental, but a lot of people, again, cannabis is becoming legalized, more and more people using it. I just want to make sure that we know, especially for our youth, that breathing in any type of smoke, breathing in any type of those vapors is harmful to our lungs, even if it is a natural marijuana. So I just want to go over this. So this is by Dr. Hancock's, and it was published in the Journal of Respiratory and Critical Care. Dr. Hancock's is a research professor of respiratory epidemiology at the University of Otago in New Zealand, and the lead author of this study, which had over 1,000 people. So let me give you the gist of it. The more marijuana someone smokes, the longer he or she smokes it, the more likely they will develop a particular type of lung damage. The lungs have to expand more to supply the body with enough oxygen and will perform less efficiently. So, quitting smoking of any type, quitting breathing in smoke will help to stop the damage, but some of it may begin to become permanent if you do it for long enough. So, my highest recommendation is do not breathe smoke into your lungs. It's not good for you. Every once in a while, probably everything's okay, right? Every once in a while. But if you're doing this on a daily or near daily basis, I think it can lead to some real serious health issues, and the science does back that up. You can still get the benefits of CBD or THC by ingesting it too, if you'd like, without any of the smoke. So just wanted to share that with you. And our second research study of the day, this is an important one because you know I love biometric testing, right? The Apple Watch, the Oura Ring, the Whoop strap, the Bio strap. Again, I use them all. I've tried them all. But here's the thing. They will soon, not yet, but they will soon be able to give you better blood pressure readings. A lot of them claim to be good right now. They're not, right? The Apple Watch claims to be good at taking your blood pressure. Not so much yet. Not yet. Soon. They will soon, but not yet. Okay, but I want to share this with you as it's coming. So we need to know this. This is done by Dr. Cario, professor of cardiovascular medicine. And this is out of Yichi Medical University in Tochigi, Japan. I apologize. I'm sure that I mispronounced that. And this is a 7-year study of over 6,300 people published in Circulation. Let me give you the gist of this one. So, people whose blood pressure dropped or spiked abnormally during sleep were at significantly increased risk for cardiovascular disease events. Overnight systolic, that's the top number when you take your blood pressure, increases of more than a 20 raised people's risk for heart disease and stroke by 18% and risk for heart failure by 25%. Blood pressure is normally about 10 to 20% lower during sleep, but overnight decreases greater than 20% were found to double risk for stroke. So again, going too high or too low, not good for heart failure or stroke. If you're concerned about your nighttime blood pressure, ask your doctor about nocturnal monitoring and discuss strategies for managing blood pressure around the clock. All right, really, really important. Again, we're very close. I would say we are no more than 2 years away from being able to monitor blood pressure at all times during the day, or at least every 5 minutes, taking a snapshot, just like we do for HRV right now and oxygen. So, the oxygen on the BioStrap, I told you, was an excellent way to read it. Pretty good on the Apple Watch. Great HRV on basically Oura and the BioStrap. And breath rate is fantastic on both of those. They match up pretty equally. Steps, pretty accurate. Oura is just a little overstated. But again, once you know these things, like no big deal. So again, we're getting there, but I just want you to know of all these different things that you should be looking for. And as they become available on these wearables, so if you start getting used to wearing wearables now, then you're going to be able to take this into account too. And for those people that already are a little high or a little low on blood pressure, make sure before you go to bed to take your blood pressure. It's one of the most important times of the day, if not the most important, because high blood pressure before bed, it can be very, very dangerous. It's the most important time to control blood pressure because, as we just read, when you sleep, your blood pressure actually should drop a bit. So hopefully today's podcast was helpful. All the takeaways, all the links, all the research is at stephencabral.com/2275 for today's show. And I'll be back tomorrow answering your community questions. All right, take care, everyone.